Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a video for you guys that is a little bit different. Hopefully it is pretty well in frame. I'm going to show you guys how I dip powder my nails. Today I am doing my New Year's mani. So I'm going to show you the basics of what you need to have. First, you're going to want to have at least one dip powder color. Today I will be working with 3. So the 3 that I am working with is Revel Idol. This is going to be my primary color. I also have Sparkle & Co. Confetti Popped. This was from their New Year's collection last year. Super pretty glitter. I'm going to do that as an accent. And with most glitters, you are going to want to encapsulate in clear. So I have here Revel Vivian to encapsulate with. As for the liquids I will be using, I am trying some new liquids out today. I picked these up from Amazon. They had really good reviews. These are the Tamika Begin Trip and Beauty liquids. These are a 2-step liquid, so not a traditional 3-step liquid. You have your 0. This works as your base and top coat. You have your step 3 that works as your activator. Some tools you are going to want to have on hand is buffing blocks. I like to have a medium coarse, and then I like to have a finer block. I do buff my nails lightly before I start any application process, so I have already done that. And then I do buff as I am working on my nails. You will see that in the video. I also like having a cuticle pusher. I like the one that has like the scoopy end on the bottom of it. This is my favorite part of the cuticle pusher. I use this to push my cuticles back. Once again, I have already done that. I've done my nail prep because I just pretty much wanted to show you guys the actual application process. I like keeping orange sticks because I use these to clean up around the edges to keep powder off my cuticles during application. Nail files, I usually keep 2 nail files. I have a straight file and I have a boomerang or banana file because I find this is easier for me to work with when I'm working in like curved, hard to get areas. And very importantly, if you are new to dipping, a brush. I use this to brush my excess off between my layers of dipping. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have fresh nails. I soaked off my last manicure. These are my natural nails. There is a tip on this one. You might be able to tell because it broke. I kind of have a tapered square going on. I'm going to work more on my shape. I'm not the greatest with shaping. So if you're watching this video wanting to learn how to shape, I am not your girl. Another product I like to have on hand but is not necessary, this is the Gelish Prep. I have oily nail beds. I find that I lift very easily when it comes to a dip powder manicure. So I use this to dehydrate my nail beds, and this is really easy. You can put this on sloppy, it dries down really quick, so I just brush it on like so. Doesn't matter if you get it on your cuticles, but this helps dry out your nail beds so that your dip powder adheres better. Now, I am not a professional by any means, so some of these terms that I'm using, if you're a professional, you might be cringing at me, but I am totally a hobbyist at doing my nails. Something I definitely enjoy. I do have an extensive dip powder collection. I have close to 300 dips, if not 300 by now. So if you guys want to see my dip powder nail collection, definitely let me know. So that is the Gelish dip prep that I have applied. It has already dried down. So like I said, I'm going to be working with Revel Idol as my primary color. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open that up. also going to go ahead and open up my accent nail color, which is the Confetti Pop. Now these containers are super small from Sparkle & Co, so they are kind of hard to dip in. I know some people like to use the pour over method. Personally, I like to use the traditional dip method. So once again, we are going to be using our Tamika liquids, starting with the 0. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to paint nice, thin, even layers, one nail at a time. So I'm going to start with my thumb. And I know some people don't like doing the whole nail at once. Personally, I do. So there is a nice, thin, even coat on that. You take your powder and you dip it in. And then I like to do that on the edges. And this is why I keep a brush, because you're going to have tons of excess around you. I avoided my cuticle area really well, so I don't need to take the orange stick. But as I finish these other 4 nails, I go back in with my brush and I brush off. So now we are on the pointer finger. I do like to do approximately 3 dips per hand. And like I said, my shape's not the greatest. I work on that after I get my dip on, because then my nails are stronger and can withstand being shaped. Because without dip powder, my nails are paper thin. So there is the pointer. Hopefully you guys are zoomed in good enough. I think you are. So once again, nice, thin, even layers. Avoid the cuticle area. And then you dip. So this is really easy. I've been doing it for approximately 2 years. And I will say there was a huge learning curve to it. I was never super good from the get-go with this. So now we're going to do our accent nail to add a little bit of pop to our New Year's mani here. So once again, nice, thin, even layers. And then we're going to dip in. And like I said, these little ones sometimes are kind of hard to dip in because they want to overflow. Yeah, that's going to overflow. Some people put cupcake liners underneath. I probably should have done that because I am losing product by doing that. So that is our accent nail. And then we're going to go ahead and do our pinky. We're going to brush the excess off after we do our pinky. So that is what my whole hand looks like dipped. And then like I said, I like to take the brush, I go in and I brush the excess powder off. The reason I do this is because when you go in to do your extra layers, it prevents product from clumping, and it will keep it so that when you do your extra layers, they don't bulk up and you have less filing to do. So all that has been brushed off. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do our second layer. So once again, we're starting with the thumb. I've said it time and time again, nice, thin, even layers. And it's totally up to you how many layers you want to do. I do 3 because I feel I get the right color opacity as well as the strength that I need for my thin nails. So that one is ready to be dipped. So as you can tell, it is getting more opaque. And I am getting closer to the cuticle area with my second application. Because I don't want it to look like my nails are grown out, but you also don't want to get product on your cuticles, because if you do, you will have lifting. So we're on to the middle finger now. So far, I am really enjoying these Tamika liquids. They are low odor compared to other liquids that I have worked with. Some liquids do burn my eyes. These liquids are a resin type product, so like a nail glue essentially. So now we're getting ready to hit that accent nail again. So I just want to do something super fun and bright for New Year's. Typically wintertime I do my darker colors, but I'm like, oh, it's New Year's, let's do something fun and exciting. And I figured, why not show you guys my New Year's mani. So dip. And like I said, I have a harder time in these little containers because of how small they are. And I end up losing a lot of product. I am going to grab my orange stick and go around the edges just to get some glitter out of the cuticle area and keep our sides clean. So that's all you do, is you literally just run that around. Now I did notice I accidentally pressed on this one and it clumped my powder. So usually what I do just to fix that is I lightly pat it with my finger. Because powder, it's pretty forgiving when it is wet. So we're going to do that pinky, and then we will be on to coat 3, and then I will show you the next step. Okay, so that is coat number 2. Once again, brush your excess off. Now anything that is like showing stained around my fingertips, that will wash off when we get ready to wash our nails. So that is all brushed off, and that is coat number 2. So now we're going to go in with coat number 3. Now when I do number 3, I don't believe that I'm going to dip the glitter again. I think that's when I'm going to go ahead and clear coat. It's kind of at my discretion. I just don't think that I want 4 coats on this nail where I would be doing 3 coats of glitter, 1 coat of clear. So most likely I will be dipping into my clear. So here we are with the thumb again. I will have links below where you can get these products at. So I will have links for the Referral powders. I will have links for Sparkle & Co. as well as links for these liquids because I am pretty stoked with these liquids. 2 years of dip powdering, I have experience with quite a few liquids. I've used the Referral liquids, I've used the Gelish liquids, I've used the OPI Powdered Perfection liquids, I've used the Sparkle & Co. liquids. I have Triple Vitamin, which I haven't tried yet. I've heard rave reviews about Triple Vitamin. So now we are on our pointer, and then obviously this is my first time trying the Tamika, and like I said, I really am liking these Tamika powders, or Tamika liquids. So nice, even coat. Dip. Tap off that excess. Onto the middle finger. Pat the excess off. So like I said, on the glitter one, I don't think I'm going to do a second coat. I'm going to go ahead and grab my clear. I'm going to open that up so we can encapsulate it. So we have our clear. And just dip straight into that clear. And tap the excess off of. So it looks funky now. It obviously does not look clear. But once we get to the stage where we're activating and top coating, the color will be restored back to that nail. So last but not least, our third layer on our pinky. I'm sorry if you guys hear my heat coming on. So pinky is ready to be dipped. Tap that excess off. So that is what one whole hand looks like dipped. I'm going to go ahead and once again brush that excess off. And since we brushed in between layers, our buffing will be at a minimum. If you do not brush in between layers, you might have had some powder that clumped, and you are going to have to buff your nails super smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and cap my powders for now. Since we're only working with one hand, I will be doing my other hand off camera. So we're going to go ahead and cap these, get them out of the way. So now you are going to grab your step 3 from Tamika. So this is only if you're using a 2-step system. If you're using a 3-step system, you should have used your base coat first. Then you would be using your activator now, and you would have a separate top coat. With Tamika, the base and top coat are built in together. So this is just really thin and liquidy. You do not have to have precise application with this. This just helps harden your powders. So really wet, and it ends up drying down really fast. And see, like I said, that color would be restored with the glitter. So that is with activator on. You are going to want this to dry for approximately 2 minutes. This is when you take the time to shape, you take the time to buff, and then we're going to come back and activate one more time and get ready to top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break so that I can shape and buff off camera, and then I will return. Okay, so I am back. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Find the zoom in button. Oh. Technical difficulties here. There we go. So we are zoomed in. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in one more time, I think. Oh, that's out. And move the camera there for you guys. So as you guys can see, I have went ahead and I have shaped my nails. I have buffed my nails. That's what they look like up close. Now we go in and we do our last round of activator. So your activator, if you're using the Tamika liquids, is the step 3. So like I said, your application does not have to be precise on this. This is just to harden your powders, especially after buffing. So we have the pinky to do, and then you let this dry. Not 3 minutes, 2 minutes before doing your top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
So I'm trying to think of anything that I need to tell you during this 2-minute time period. I think I've pretty much covered everything tool-wise, application-wise. When it comes to dip powder, literally you are so limitless with dip powder. There is so many colors, there are so many companies now. You could do solid with accent, you could do all solid. If you're neutral, there's something there for you. As you get more advanced, you can do ombres, you can do glitter ombre, decals. Some people do stamping. I cannot stamp for the life of me. I suck at stamping. There is foil transfers that you can get. There, like I said, decals. When it comes to decals, you can get sticker decals. You can get water transfer decals. I've done nails with water transfer decals before. So your options are very, very vast in the nail world if you choose to start doing your nails. Like I said, I will have links below for the Tamika liquids. I will have links below where you can purchase Referral powders. Referral is the first company that I started dipping with 2 years ago. They were a very large company. They still are a very large company. A lot of people that start dipping start with Referral. I believe they have over 200 colors. and they do drop-in collections and that kind of stuff. I literally have almost every Revel color that there is. I'm starting to broaden my horizons and try out these indie brands like Sparkle & Co. I have an order coming from Zebra. I have some products from Zooty Nails. I have stuff I think coming from Glitter and Grace. Okay, so timer is up, and this is when you go back to your top coat. So let me go ahead and shut that off. So this is your top coat. You are going to go in and you are going to do a super quick application. This is not your precise application because you're going to go back in a minute later and do your more precise application. If you do not follow these steps, as I'm about to show you, you will end up with like foggy, splotchy nails. I mean, who's to say I won't, because these are new to me and I've never used this as a top coat before. So I'm going to go ahead in and do a quick application. Not the most precise because you are coming back. Once again, you do want to avoid the cuticle area because you don't want to have your top coat built up on your cuticles. And that glitter is smooth from buffing and clear coating. So if you're worried about having glitter that's rough and coarse, that's why you clear coat, because when you buff and that kind of stuff, not only are you not losing color, but you are also getting it to where when you do buff, you can smooth your glitter out and it will be smooth to the touch. So I'm just keeping an eye on my clock to see when a minute is up. Then we will go in with our more precise top coat, and then this video will be over. And if you guys have like any questions, definitely feel free to leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Like I said, I am an amateur at this. Hopefully this video didn't come out too bad. So we're going to go ahead and go in with our more precise top coat. So that's the thumb. And this should hopefully dry down nicely. Like I said, I will post a photo within the video for you guys. And then we're on that pinky. And so that is what they look like when they are wet. This product does dry down really, really fast. Once it is dry, you are good to wash your hands. Some people like to wash during the process. Personally, I don't like to wash during the process because I feel like the added moisture to my nail beds causes lifting. Not only that, I have experienced greenies in the past, which is a form of fungus on the nails. So I try to avoid any moisture in the nail area while working on the nails. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will include a photo of my finished manicure. If you guys continue to like these videos, I will go ahead and do more. Maybe we'll try new stuff like foils and that kind of stuff, because I have a whole horde of nail stuff and we can have fun. So once again, thank you for watching. Bye everyone.